Okay, so here we are with the second part of our chicken processing video. This is the butchering part, and we're just going to kind of show you some of the stuff we did, what we were able to record, and we hope you enjoy this video.
Is this your first one ever, Bailey? No? You did it before? Cuts are a lot better than mine.
Tutu showed me how to.
Who did?
Tutu.
Oh, really? That's cool. What I'm doing now is I'm doing a spatchcock on this chicken, and Mama Cita just showed me how because I don't know how. Basically, you will cut down either side of the spine. Okay. Go either side of the spine. Like I said, this had a little lung tissue still in it. Somebody can get that out. Probably my fault. Okay. Turn it over on its back, and then you try to break right there around the breast. Watch out, those bones can be kind of sharp because you just cut them. And the chicken is flat. What do you think, Mom? Did I do it right?
Yep, looks good.
That's a spatchcock. This is our rooster. This is the rooster that kept attacking Mama Cita. So this is this might be a vindictive butchering. So what are you doing to this one, Mama?
I'm just going to part it out, and then we're going to cook it in the pressure cooker to make stew made out of it.
What is different about him? He's a what kind?
He's a lavender Orpington, and he was 2 years old.
About 2 years old.
So a little too old to really use for anything other than stew meat. You wouldn't want to fry him or roast him.
What is that one recipe? Coca bean or whatever you call it?
Coca Bond.
Coca Bond?
Yeah. It's a low and slow, so yeah, it might work. But you wouldn't want to fry him, and you wouldn't want to bake him. But you could.
Would it just be like rubbery or what?
Yeah, it'd be really tough and dry. And he is a lot harder to cut up.
I'm telling you, he was hard to butcher. He was wicked hard to butcher. His feathers wouldn't come out in the what's it called?
In the plucker?
Yeah, his feathers wouldn't come out of the plucker. He was almost too big for the plucker. And then he was just hard to cut into. His skin is so thick. So there truly is a reason why you butcher them
When they're young. Yeah.
Not very many weeks old.
Well, here I am trying my hand again at butchering out one of these birds, parting it out. And let me get a little better at it, and then maybe we'll try to do a how-to video or something. And Mama Cita's still working on the old tough guy over here. The main thing you really got to be careful of when you're doing this is just be really conscious of where your knife is. And fortunately, nobody cut themselves, so we did a pretty good job, I think.
That pretty thigh.
And she's still working on the old tough guy. finally, man, that is a huge leg and thigh there. Now back to me and the tiny chicken, if you can call a Cornish cross a tiny chicken.
Just to tell everybody, this is my first time to process and butcher chickens. I've never done it before. But I am going to tell you, it was way easier than I thought it was going to be. In general, when you're doing a bunch of them, it's so repetitive anyway, and I didn't cut that one out, but it's so repetitive anyway that you kind of get better at it as you go. And people are worried about whether or not it stinks or anything like that. Can't smell them at all. You literally cannot smell them. Oh. And I am a little messy. Hush, don't laugh at me. I hear y'all laughing. All over here. The really neat part about this is you kind of learn what your parts are on your chicken. You get to learn, like, this is the wing that just came off. And if you're going to do wings, like buffalo wings or something like that, you've got your little, what do you call it, wingette? Well,
the wing
and the drumette. Those are right there. Generally, you don't keep that on the end because there's not anything on it. Sort of break them apart. Keep your hands out of the way of the blade. Here's your drumette. There's your wing. And so on here, break these apart between the thigh and the leg, like Mama Sita showed me. Put it in your hand like that, you can kind of pull it like this, and it exposes the joint. And you kind of cut it a little bit, keep the knife off your hands, obviously. Try not to pull the skin off like I just did. Oops. Find a drumstick. Yum. See the joints right there? You can kind of feel it. Find a drumstick. Now for the one I'm not very good at. It's cutting the breast off these things. And these were actual Cornish crosses that we bought. So, how much you say they average the weight?
3.5 to 4.5 pounds. We had one earlier that was 6 pounds.
Wow. So you kind of cut where the keel is, that hard bone right there on their chest. Kind of cut on one side of it. You just do a little bit of time. And as Mama Sita told me, go slow. Try not to lose any meat. You keep it as close to the bone as you can. Just kind of peel it back. Obviously keeping your hands out of the way. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows how to break down chickens has done this way quicker than I can, but see, I left a little meat on there accidentally.
Considering it's your first time, I think you're doing an amazing job.
Part of it's just getting in there and doing it. Oh, I didn't cut out this part. Supposed to, before you cut the breast, you're supposed to actually cut this without your hands in
You
the
don't
way.
have to. I just
You don't have to?
It keeps it clean.
don't think you normally see that on a breast when you buy it at the store. So. You just try to keep it close to the bone as possible, and I did pretty good right there. And of course, she says slow and purposeful cuts, not big choppy cuts like I do sometimes. Oh, there's your breast. Nice. The reason why we're showing me do it and not her is basically to show you that anybody can do it. It's the homestead lifestyle. It's about just doing things for yourself, knowing where your food comes from, not letting somebody else dictate to you where your food comes from. Stuff like that. This one I'm not doing as good a job on, I don't think, because I can feel a little extra meat. I didn't cut this off again, and I'm going to cut it off because I don't like doing it with it on there. So it feels weird. Are you laughing at me?
No.
You want me to cut the oysters off of this, right? So there's a little tiny chunk of meat right here. My knife is, probably need to sharpen my knife, but a tiny chunk of meat there Mama likes for me to cut off for the oyster. I did not do that one that well. You can see it's kind of a bump right there. Little chunk of meat. So this is my leftover carcass. What are you doing with our carcasses? Look at our broth. Awesome. I got one of my wings.
Yeah, we are going to make use of
Every block.
95% of the bird. So we kept the feet, we kept the gizzards, the heart, the livers, and then the carcasses after we part them out. And we'll use the feet and the carcasses to make broth.
And we're also going to do something else with the feet too. We're going to take a few of them and make a recipe out of them. Because Bailey said we're going to.
There's a Mexican soup that's really good that's got chicken feet in it.
Okay, so basically that's a cut up chicken right there. And we are going to use the feet because there's a Chinese dish we're wanting to try. I don't know the name of it, but my daughter found it on the internet, so we're going to give it a shot just to see if it's good. Looking forward to that. Anyway, there you go. All right, we're ready to put some celery that's rough chopped, put into our pressure cooker. Now I'm going to just rough chop everything else?
Just rough chop, yeah.
Okay. These didn't matter?
Nope, just rough chop. Yeah. Because we'll strain all this out.
Okay. That's it, right?
That's it.
The pressure canner like, why are you making me work so much today? It was his fault. That's all I'm going to say.
I told him the first time he attacked me, if he did it again, he's going in the stew pot.
There you go.
And he did it about 10 more times.
Not a smart move.
Nope.
There we go.
Those strawberries that are dehydrating right now,
Mm-hmm.
smell really good.
They do smell good. I got a good whiff of them earlier.
They smell pretty awesome. All right, what's next?
I'm gonna add a little bit more water,
Okay.
and then we'll put the lid on and bring it to a boil, and then put the weight on it.
Did you put any other kind of
35
seasoning or
minutes.
anything?
We'll do a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt.
Might do a bay leaf or two.
Is this broth or stock?
This would be broth because it has the bones and meat in it.
Okay.
Stock is just bones.
Okay. About how much you think you ought to put in there?
Oh, a couple of teaspoons. And a pinch for measure, good measure.
I didn't see the pinch. That's what you got there?
Bay leaves. Got these at the Asian market. They come in a huge bag for like $3.
Show me. Wow. That's a lot. That's pretty cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very cheap.
About how many you put in there?
I put 4, but two of them are tiny like that,
Okay.
and then 2 regular size. I think that's all the seasoning I'm gonna do for now, and then because your broth, you don't want it to be overpowering.
Yeah, because you're going to use it for other stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So how do you know it's on good?
That's as far as it goes. If you go this way, it's open, and then they're lined up here.
Okay.
And we're gonna turn it on and let it come to a boil, and then I'll put the weight on it and we'll cook it for 35 minutes.
Sweet. Awesome, awesome. I say that a lot, don't I?
See my green beans that are all complete?
Yes. So my first time butchering and chopping up chickens, and her first time canning green beans. Very first time you've canned green beans?
Yes, I'm very excited about
I
it.
am too. I'm ready to eat them already. That's awesome. A lot of fun stuff. The reason why I keep saying awesome is because homesteading is awesome. This is a lot of fun doing this stuff, even though I know it gets to be hard work, but we're still enjoying it. Enjoying doing our own food.
Not really work though if you enjoy it.
It's true. So when I'm enjoying it, I'm going to enjoy eating it.
So you're getting ready to.
The lid off the pot for about an hour.
Okay.
So it took about 20 to 30 minutes for it to build up pressure, and cooked it for 35 minutes.
Cool.
Sure, we're just waiting for this little button to drop down to open it.
Okay. You just stare at the button. That basically means there's still too much pressure on the inside. Oh, there it goes. I wasn't even paying attention.
You gotta twist it the right way.
I heard that helps. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Looks amazing.
Smells absolutely
It does. It
amazing.
smells fantastic.
Might need to cook it a little bit longer, but
Think.
yeah, it needs to go longer.
All right. Well, let's cook it longer. He was a tough old bird, wasn't he?
It was a tough bird.
How much longer do you think it'll go?
Probably another 30 minutes.
Alrighty. See you in 30. Or more.
Old tough rooster just fall off the bone tender now.
Sweet.
You want to taste it?
I sure do, actually. Wow. Never would have thought. So what are you doing now?
I am getting these breasts ready to go in jars to can the meat.
Cool. I have never canned chicken before.
Me
Have you
either.
you never canned chicken?
Not chicken.
I'm shocked. I figured you'd done that by now.
Usually you can grab it, give a little pressure with your knife, and it should slide right out.
There you go. You're having too much fun.
So canning it will make it easy to grab to make chicken rolls
Yummy. Yeah, we're going to share that recipe with you because it's one of our favorites.
and chicken salad, just quesadillas, things like that.
That's a huge chicken breast right there. Kind of let it cook it while it's in there.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It will come out ready to eat.
You fill them all up to the top?
No, half-inch headspace.
Half-inch headspace?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember watching somebody can some like salmon and they didn't.
Well, different things shrink differently,
Yeah.
and fish probably shrinks quite a bit.
It makes its own water and stuff too, the broth or whatever you call it. Juices. It makes its own juices.
Yep. This is my first time canning chicken. I did beef last year, some roast beef. Ouch, that jar's hot.
I bet it is. You just pull it out of the oven. Yeah, one of the chickens we did we processed was,
The biggest one was
It's really
7
big.
pounds.
wow, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Smallest one was right at 3, or just over 3.
Well, I remember one of them that we pulled out there was a big old chicken.
We ended up letting them grow about 2 weeks longer than we probably should have, but
We didn't really have a choice though.
we did. With rain and life situations, we didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
They were still healthy and good.
Oh yeah. Well, and then for a while they didn't actually even.
They didn't start growing until we started having rain.
Yeah.
They
The
just
rain
they
came.
weren't
They
eating.
started. Yeah. They got huge after the rain hit. So last time tonight, right?
Last time tonight.
Or should I say last time this morning?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so Mamacita, what you doing?
I am canning that rooster that we cooked last night.
Canning the rooster. That sounds funny.
So it'll be ready to go stew meat.
Awesome.
We just have to add seasoning to it and potatoes or whatever else we want.
Cool
And then I
deal.
also have, so far, just 4 pints of broth.
Awesome.
And I'll start making more broth after the pressure canner's done.
Cool. It's coming along. It's coming along. What's going on, Mamacita?
It's our first, or technically our second batch of broth.
Yeah.
I froze all the other carcasses and parts for use later. This will give us about 10 quarts, I think.
Cool.
Maybe 8.
It might actually not break. Oh, that means you get the wish.
I wish Bailey got the wish.
You don't put it in your mouth. Four spatchcocks, that'd be 8, right? So 8 chickens, and then the other 8 were cut up. So this is 8 chickens cut up into pieces, and that is a lot of pieces. That's pretty cool. It's amazing how much you actually get out of it. Never would have thunk it. There's a bowl of
That's
breast.
6 pounds of breast.
6 pounds of breasts right there. Off of how many birds? 8?
8.
8 birds. Well,
I've got some packaged too.
but this alone is just 6 pounds of breast.
Yeah, just that little bowl.
Breast meat. Does that sound better? 6 pounds of breast meat. And then everything else is there. We got wings. We got drumsticks. We got thighs. We got it all. We even have some livers and gizzards in the freezer in the other room. Have some necks getting ready to make some broth with. We still have our carcasses in there to make some broth with. We got it going on, people. This is exciting.
It's exciting.
It is homestead exciting. Say it, homestead exciting.
Homestead exciting.
Yay! Oh, and one more time, I'm going to show you the strawberries. They are shriveling up. They are dry, dehydrating out. It's kind of cool looking. You're having a good time tonight.